the mascot, just dancing along. He was playing along last night when we had the men's long jump final over on the back straight here. There are the medals up for grabs. First athlete to be introduced, Ottavia Sesternado. It's a season's best mark in qualification to make her first global final. She jumps number 12. Mentioned already, this is Kimberly Williams' 8th global final despite dealing with a really problematic ankle injury this season. She's the first of our Jamaican athletes. Daria Derkach is the European Indoor Championship silver medalist behind Marina Bet-Romanchuk. She makes it 2 Italians here tonight. Jasmine Moore was a huge competition for her indoors, 15:12 for a North American record. She's not quite hit that outdoors yet. Tia Lafond is next up, the new national record holder for Dominica. Salvatore Orgi, national record holder for the United States. She was 6th last time round in Eugene. Tori Franklin was the top American last time round in Eugene. She took their first ever medal in this event. It's a bronze by just 2 centimetres. Leodagnis Povea of Cuba is up next. She was 5th in Tokyo, didn't make the final last year in Eugene. She's back here again. She's going to jump 2nd. Leonis Perez Hernandez was the athlete pushed down by just 2 centimetres by Tori Franklin. 4th for Perez Hernandez. She's number 2 on the world leading list this season with 14.98. Shanika Ricketts up next. This Jamaican has won 2 silver medals at the World Championship. She won a silver last time round in Eugene. She qualified number 1 with 14.67 on Wednesday night. Marina Bet-Romanchuk only returned to triple jumping in 2022. She did it as a child. It's been a brilliant addition to her long jump career, being able to double up in 2 events. And here is the wonderful Olympic champion, world champion and world record holder joining in with the live music here. Yulimar Rojas loves to perform. She loves to compete. She's going for her 4th consecutive world championships here tonight in Budapest. There are the medals. Where are they going to go? A minute countdown will start, but Shanika Ricketts looks very ready. It was a dream start on Wednesday night with that brilliant season's best in their very first attempt. What can Shanika Ricketts do here? Oh, is that going to get the green flag for Ricketts? Looked up close to 15 metres. The graphics right on our screen. We'll just get our eye in. Well behind the board, Ricketts here. Ricketts patiently waiting on for her mark here. 14.84 for Ricketts in the very first round. It's another season's best. She's the ice queen. There's no emotion here from Shanika Ricketts, giving nothing away. That was a brilliant first round effort, but she's been here so many times, she knows she's got to stay calm. Povea up next, season's best of 14.85. That came with a bronze medal at the Central American and Caribbean Championships. Rojas and Perez Hernandez took gold and silver, and this woman, Povea, took bronze. I think there was just the jump phase there going slightly wrong for Povea. It's a good hop. And when she came out of the step, she just collapsed ever so slightly. Strong on the first phase. She just didn't seem to carry that momentum through. .23 for Povea, an early second place, but a lot of action here in this first round. I'm not sure Povea will hold on to second place. Orji of the United States with her first attempt. Well over 14 metres. It looked a bit close on the board, perhaps. I think it's going to be valid there. There we go. We've got the green flag for Yulimar Orji. All pretty smooth there from Orji. Nothing wrong, glaringly wrong with her technique here. Slow-mos give you a real opportunity to see the force that goes through these athletes' knees and their ankles in this event. 14:33 for Orji. Next up, Kimberly Williams of Jamaica. In her 8th global final, she was 7th last time round in Eugene. She's got a best of 4th from 2019. She did her collegiate studies at Florida State University. It's the same university I studied at, so I'm very familiar with Kimberly Williams. She actually works with Aston Moore, the coach, Katarina Johnson-Thompson, the winner of the women's heptathlon right at the start of the programme. So Williams is under good tutelage with Aston Moore. I'm sure he's down there in the stadium watching. Not the dream 14:30 start that Williams had in qualification. These first 3 rounds are going to be about trying to get yourself into the top 8, win yourself another 3 jumps. Williams just coming down on the 14-metre mark here with her first attempt. So Marina Beck-Romanchuk, I mentioned she did triple jump as a kid and then took the event back up in 2022, and it's been brilliant. Straight to a World Indoor Championship silver medal, then 11th in Eugene, and then she took the European title in Munich. Beck-Romanchuk, 3,000 qualification in the long jump. And that is a very good first jump for Beck-Romanchuk. Much like Shanika Ricketts, giving nothing away. She got the best of 15:02, 14:75 this season for Beck-Romanchuk. I think that could be a season's best for her. Lots of top 3 finishes in the Diamond League. See the different phases here, the hop, step and the jump for Beck-Romanchuk, and the speed as well. It's going to decelerate as you enter the pit, as you lose momentum through that hop, step and jump. But what a great first jump for Beck-Romanchuk. She's debriefing thoroughly with her coach nonetheless. 15 metres, that puts Beck-Romanchuk in the lead at the moment, and that's actually the second furthest jump we've seen this year. Only Yulimar Rojas has gone over 15 metres before. Leyanis Perez Hernandez up next. Oh, I was going to say the first phase on that was brilliant. The hop just seemed to hang forever for Perez Hernandez. She gets the green flag. She's saying there, a bit of a sink, not like she could give it a bit more. Look at this hop, the very first phase after the takeoff board. Huge hop, hangs in the air, good step, and technically the strength required after putting the effort into those first 2 phases to nail the 3rd phase as well. Very good from Perez Hernandez. It's been measured as 14:96, not quite the 15 metres of Beck-Romanchuk, but Perez Hernandez up in silver medal position at the moment. And Jasmine Moore, the American collegiate superstar, 7 NCAA titles in the last 2 years. They have an indoors and an outdoor championships, and Jasmine Moore has been nearly unbeatable across the long jump and the triple jump in the last 2 years at that level. The question is she tired? Has Jasmine Moore got anything left to give here in the professional season? I think that could have been a foul perhaps for Jasmine Moore. It looked laboured as well. Could be that she knew it was a foul. She just shut it down ever so slightly. So lacklustre hop, step and jump in the end from Jasmine Moore. I'm sure she was aware that she'd stepped over the board. See confirmation there of the foul. Only by 2.1 centimetres, so they're making excuses there for Jasmine Moore, perhaps looking laboured because she knew it was a foul, as I'm not sure she did. Dominica's first ever major medal with a bronze at the Commonwealth Games in 2018. Upgraded that to a silver last year behind Shanika Ricketts. Oh, like middle phase was very nice from Lafonde. Almost the highest point of the whole jump was the step. You could see just her body pitching forward there. Maybe a little bit off balance. Giving it so much into the board here, Lafonde. Maybe overcooking it ever so slightly. Wasn't able to control it. That has been measured at 14.71. Okay, that was scrappy from Lafonde. She extends her own national record. She just added another 9 centimetres to the new distance she jumped in qualification. Dalia Derkach up next. 6-time national champion. Not this year though, she did lose out by 5 centimetres to her teammate, who's going to be jumping last here in the opening round. Looks strong there from Derkach. You almost want it to look like you're skimming a stone across the water. Derkach looking good. She's done 14.25 as a season's best. Was at the European Indoor Championships, picked up a silver medal behind Tugmar Danishmas of Turkey. Derkach done very well to make this final. Derkach just waiting for the mark to be measured. 14.36. A new season's best. A gold number on the front for Rojas. That denotes she is the defending champion. So far, first she goes to the crowd, asks for some support, and then she gives herself a firm talking to. And then we get the wonderful sight of Yulimar Rojas tearing down the runway. Good on the board for Rojas. Long in the pit. I think it was good on the... Oh, it's a red flag on the board. Too soon. Rojas here, all that adrenaline. Toes over in the blue. 7.6 centimetres the wrong way for Yulimar Rojas. She'll talk to her coach, Ivan Pedroso. They'll make some adjustments. So we're hearing there's been a medical retirement from Tori Franklin, last year's bronze medalist, will be dealing with something physically. It's really, really sad to see last year's bronze medalist just walk away here. She's not even taken her first jump, must have felt in qualification, in warm-up. It just wasn't possible here for Tori Franklin, which is really sad. So Franklin was due to be the penultimate jumper. That takes us to Tavia Sesternado. Italian, just over 14 metres here with her first jump. Stenaro asking for some feedback here. 14.05 puts her in 8th place at the moment. That's the end of round 1 here in the women's triple jump. Good from Pavea, nice and quick, nice and balanced. It's not yielding the longer jump she would like to see. 14.23 in the first round. Could be a bit further for Pavea. Pavea 14.52. So Rojas's indoor mark exceeds that of her outdoor mark. 15.74, the very best she's jumped. I have already mentioned the championship record here, 15.50. But is that premature? Because Rojas, for the moment, from Venezuela, sitting on just a foul. It's a lot more conservative on the board for Rojas there, but she nearly, almost like she scuffed her leg as it came through on the step phase. The step phase is so low, she doesn't get the knee drive of the other athletes. The other athletes almost bounding mid-air, sort of a plyometric drill. Of course, still so plyometric for Yulimar Rojas. We've got a hop, step. No, she doesn't quite drag that foot, which is very, very close, but a great effort for Rojas here with her second effort. Being measured at 14.33, which puts her in tied 7th at the moment with Orji. That's enough to go through for Williams. Guided by Dennis Nobles during her time at Florida State University, and then moved on to Ashton Moore. And of course the coach to Ashia Hansen, who does so well for Great Britain and Northern Ireland, guides the Jamaican, who splits their time between Florida and Birmingham with Ashton Moore. Not sure that's going to be enough. 14.33, the mark required by Williams. Let's see whether it was a valid jump first. It is. She gets the green flag. Williams shakes her head. Struggling with a severe ankle injury all season. I just wonder, 2 competitions in 48 hours was too much for Kimberly Williams. Way behind the board though, giving away centimetres. See what it's been measured at. Oh, there is a bit of a smile from Williams. 14.38. She goes up into 6th place. Such important centimetres. 2 ahead of Derkach. Jasmine Moore, 3rd and final chance to get herself into the top 8, to give herself another few jumps. It's been 2 fouls so far for Jasmine Moore. And no, I think that will be the end of the competition for Jasmine Moore. She looks frustrated, disappointed. You don't get a flag raised until you've left the pit there. It's a green flag for Jasmine Moore, but is that even a grimace of pain there from her? Maybe just disappointment and fatigue. It's a valuable experience for Jasmine Moore though. .13.54, she stays down. She can execute here on the runway. Rojas was fine in qualification, 1 jump, 14.59. She's not looked at home here on the runway in the final. Tentative on the runway a little bit there for me. That looks better from Rojas. Still not sure there's that full aggression in, and it's a foul for Rojas. Should have a go look at the screen for that. The athletes do have access to a computer screen. They can see quite how big their foul was. Rojas in the slow-mo here, that's very obvious that was a foul. 7.8 centimetres for Yulimar Rojas, so she has 2 jumps left to try and get her campaign. Purveyor in the 4th round. Safe on the board there, I think, Purveyor. It's so interesting having this inside the gap on the board, because I think that's going to be a long jump for Purveyor. And she's miles off on the takeoff board here. I think she barely makes the white. Purveyor, the gap on the board, 19.5 centimetres. The distance into the pit has been given at 14.87, but you add 20 centimetres there. Those 2 athletes matched on distance at the moment. Tia Lafond up next, 14.71, still her mark from the very first round. Going to wait for the flag there. Lafond looks excited. I'm worried. It was very close on the board. It is a green flag for Tia Lafond. That looked like it was right up in the medals, right around the 15-metre mark. She's saying, please, 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 please. This woman took the first medal ever for Dominica in the major championships, a bronze at the Commonwealth Games back in 2018. It was a silver in 2022, last summer in Birmingham. Lafond already 2 national records this week. 14.90 is another national record for Lafond. She's up into 3rd place, pushes down Ricketts and Purveyor. 3.88 for her middle phase. And all her other good attempts have been well in excess of 4 metres, so that's where the gap is. Yulimar Rojas, she's moved her mark back here to give herself space on the runway. This is her 6th and final jump. She is in 8th place at the moment. This woman hasn't been defeated for years and years, certainly not on the global stage. She started with a silver medal in Rio, and then it's been gold in London, gold in Doha, gold in Tokyo, and gold in Eugene. But at the moment, it is 8th for Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela, and this is her very, very last chance to get herself on the podium, or on the top step of the podium. Oh, has she done it with the last jump? Has she done it? That was far behind the board. She's fine. It's a green flag. The graphic's correct. That's in excess of Marina Romanchuk's 15 metres. And Yulimar Rojas has not had this all her own way. Everyone expected her to win. No one would have expected her to win in this fashion. So Rojas, she measured at 15 metres and 8 centimetres. That gives her the lead by 8 centimetres. And Rojas, wow, wow, wow. We haven't seen her under this pressure. Like I say, the best part of 7 years. Couple of defeats on the circuit. But Rojas lives for the championships. And that was a high pressure jump, and she can do nothing now but wait for the other 7 women to jump to see if it is enough. Position 6 for Shanika Ricketts at the moment. After 2 silver medals, what can the Jamaican manage with her final effort? Some cheers from the crowd. Purveyor and Ricketts still tied on 14.87. Now 14.86, Purveyor's second best mark. That's put her ahead of Ricketts. pacing around. It's been measured 14.92 for Shanika Ricketts, her very best jump coming in the last round, but it sees her agonisingly close, 4 centimetres adrift of the podium. So we have our podium. Yulimar Rojas will be on the podium. Can she hold on to the top spot? Leyanis Perez Hernandez. She's assured the bronze medal. This woman has never jumped over 15 metres in her life. She's 2 centimetres short of her very, very best set earlier this year, 14.98. But what an occasion this would be for Perez Hernandez to jump her very first 15-metre leap. I don't think that's going to do it. The graphic's correct, just a touch below 15 metres. She matches the accomplishment of Christian Napales, her teammate, who took the bronze medal in the men's triple jump. Five valid efforts for Perez Hernandez. Great performance here. It was 4th last year. Denied the podium by just 4 centimetres. Tori Franklin of the United States jumping that in the 5th round. But this time, Perez Hernandez does hold on to the medal. She takes 3rd. Beck Romanchuk, a season's best, the 2nd furthest jump she's ever done, 15 metres in the very first round. That stood the test of time all the way through to the opening jump here in the 6th round, with Yulimar Rojas pulled the 15.08 out, and there was very little suggesting that was on the cards for today. So Marina Beck Romanchuk at the moment matches her silver medal from the World Indoor Championships in Budapest. Could she possibly find another 8 centimetres? There's a silver medal in Doha in the long jump, a silver at the moment in the triple jump, and I think Beck Romanchuk, that was a foul. She overcooked it slightly on the runway. But Beck Romanchuk, a silver. And Yulimar Rojas, everybody would have written her off. How on earth did she do that? She scraped into the top 8, getting herself the opportunity to compete in rounds 4, 5 and 6. And then in round 6, she clawed herself up into the gold medal position by a margin of 8 centimetres. That's got to be one of her smallest winning margins ever. And there is your podium for the women's triple jump final. Rojas of Venezuela, as she has so often been, on top of the pile. Beck Romanchuk of the Ukraine, taking a silver medal as she did at the World Indoor Championships in Budapest. And it's a brilliant bronze for Cuba and Leyanis Perez Hernandez. Here's the full result graphic for the women's triple jump final here in Budapest. We have our 7th successful defence of a title here from Eugene last year. Yulimar Rojas, 15.08 in the very final round. Marina Beck Romanchuk with the season's best. She takes the silver medal in 15 metres. And Leyanis Perez Hernandez taking the bronze. Venezuela from Ukraine, from Cuba. So unfortunately a medical withdrawal for Tori Franklin before the first round got underway.